like the crystal lamp.
Yes.
Spirituality.
Exactly.
All right, come as far forward as you would talking. Like if you were leaning forward making a point.
That's probably farther
Wait.
than I would.
And now go all as far back as you would making a point?
But
Yeah. What's that? Just a little thing. Hold on. Let me get it for you.
All right.
So the next question, think about it for a second, is how do you think that you and Mom's spiritualism affected the kids?
This is the train to Southeast. The next station is White Plains.
I left home at 14 as part of a mutual decision between me, my parents, and my parents' astrologer. The spiritualism that I was raised with was all about self-development. If you put in the inner work and studied your feelings and your relationships and kept on searching, you could make the world a better place. I always looked down on my parents for these beliefs, but at this point, I basically do the same thing, just kind of secretly. I meditate, I ask the tarot cards, I have a creativity crystal in my pocket right now. I've done silent meditation retreats and mindful eating retreats and yoga for depression. I look up your chart as soon as I know your birthday. I think about chakras when I'm having sex. I don't eat gluten. I've been to witches and psychics and astrologers and therapists and naturopaths. I ecstatic dance. But as I grow up, and my society has started to tout these beliefs, they feel increasingly bankrupt and dirty, and I've been feeling increasingly desperate. I want to point a finger at someone, like exposing their hypocrisy will somehow cure me of my own. So I'm going home to try and tear something down, and maybe to try and find something that's redeemable.
We're now on our train from stop. We need to make sure you have all your belongings. Watch your step leaving. Have a great weekend.
So glad to see you.
Is definitely dance. Make sure you're observing. But you just keep doing it, and you visualize when you're squeezing. You just visualize the muscles coming together inside your vagina, like either squeezing or up or whatever visual. Just visualize, because that's a really important tool.
Right.
And
You're laying down right
you can do it standing up. I'm doing it right now, standing up, as I talk to you. Okay, good. Well, let me know how it goes.
I started in a pretty traditional, relatively religious Protestant family. And then I became a born-again Christian somewhere around 16. And I played the guitar and sang songs. And Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya, that song. Yeah. But the dogma, I was never interested in the dogma. And I think I kept evolving and evolving out of dogma. Being healthy, like healthy spiritually, healthy psychologically, healthy physically, being healthy and like in harmonious, always improving myself, even though like I'm trying to get to that point of I'm okay, you're okay. But it's so much a part of our culture that you're never good enough.
You know, years ago, women didn't live this long. So they went from maiden to mother to crone. But we have these 20 or so years after the active years of motherhood or mothering in our career, when we really are in our queendom. I am Mary Campbell, and I am a channel for divine love. I show women how to live in the wealth of their grace, joy, and mature confidence. And that is the highest spiritual principle, I believe, is to come from the love that is us and to speak from truth.
Says your daddy's got the black bottom. I always had that desire to know more, to sort of almost to live a full life and be prepared for my death. We were token Jews. From the time I was in the fourth grade, I had my own opinion about religion and how much damage they've done in the world. But we can be on paths that give us a little more understanding here, or ecstasy here, or vision quest here. Well, let's start. Drug experiences go back to high school. We were searching for marijuana, and so that was one search. I said I own 10% of this company. The business, it's initially built up around the CBD, the oils and salves. Come on over here. This is my daughter Johanna. I discovered Kundalini yoga, and that was another approach. And astrology came in the early 80s. A Native American named William Winterstone taught me, and that was another approach. And then when I met Mom, I did workshops with her. In 1994, I finally got the courage to do my first vision quest. And then it kind of morphed in the mid-90s into sustainability. Here, if you look how pretty you can see I like to say I'm an innovative developer, or I like to put some adjective on it, because being a developer is generally viewed as being like someone who rapes and pillages. It's one of my favorite areas. I love it. The spiritual experiences that I shared with Mom were a big part of our connection. I think we both had our Venus in Sagittarius, which made us sort of the adventurous travelers. We decided to get married when we were on a trip to Asheville. And I think I said something like, so you really want to have children? And she said, oh yeah. And I said, well, so do I. And then I think I might have said, so let's get married. And she said, yeah. That was my lackluster proposal. No, down on my knees. Yeah, we're gonna get married? Yeah. What?
As part of their wedding ceremony in 1987, my parents played music for their guests for 45 minutes. "24 years later, after marriage retreats and intimacy workshops and open-hearted listening, their shamanic astrologer suggested a sacred separation.
What happened to the fish idea?
What fish idea?
These are the kids, my little brothers, Ben and Ethan.
We're here for the holiday. I'm the youngest in the family by 4 years. I tried to know as little as possible, I think, from an early age, still do. With friends, it was always a subject of curiosity, and I got made fun of for it. Specifically, the tantric books strewn through our house. When 5th grade, 6th grade, and puberty started to happen, the boys in my class very much enjoyed coming over and laughing that was my life and that it was all over the place. And it was not something I really thought about until then, but was really mortifying. And I think I still have a little bit of PTSD from that. A lot of things that I was asked to go on sleepovers to other friends' houses for, or all the times that Mom would leave us places. She would get very involved in whatever she was doing and forget that she had children.
How did you learn to cook, Ethan?
When I lived with Dad, it was kind of a matter of necessity because Dad cooks, but he cooks like... I did a lot on my own, I'll put it that way. Figured things out on my own. There are aspects of that independent childhood that I really value, and aspects that are difficult to deal with, but it was what it was, I guess.
When people ask, what is your childhood like, do you have things you'd say?
I say privileged. Mostly when people are asking, the difference between me and another privileged white family is just really little. Like we tell ourselves these stories of like how like the parents' tantra makes us like incredibly different. Like it's like not that much weirder than like a trophy wife and like a McMansion, you know what I mean?
I don't have deep animosity or resentment towards the parents. While the lack of structure led to a whole lot of weird spiritual things, the strong belief that the world could be a better place is something that has profoundly shaped me. It looks way different, I think, than the parents would have ever imagined, but that's why I've gone into public service. It's why I care about that. Much of the parents' sense of justice came from spiritual moments and connections with other people and being around people who like got it.
Well,
I'm gonna be the housewife.
No, and basically,
You know that.
The parents' focus on the feeling pushed me once I got into the world and tried to actually go do work to focus a lot more on outcome.
The Lord's been good to me.
Sure.
All right.
The Lord's been good to me, and so I thank the Lord for giving me the things I need, the sun and the rain and the apple seed. The Lord's been good to me.
blessing on the meal.
I don't think it was about the religions.
What do you think
I think it was the
about?
weekend workshop problem. It was the idea that there was like this one random thing that you were gonna do, and then everything would be better and different. It wasn't. It's not like you didn't have to put years of effort into something. Devote yourself, like put like sweat and tears. You just need to like, go to this weekend workshop, or you need to accept spiral dynamics, or like, you know, whatever the new fad was, as like a way of not doing the work.
I think they're looking for something that they can't really find because I don't think it really exists.
What do you think they're looking for?
Meaning or acceptance or self-acceptance maybe, and I think they don't even know what they're looking for. They're just looking. On a certain level, that's what we're all doing. We're just trying to find meaning. But the parent spirituality pushed me away from spirituality because of the lack of acceptance or lack of place for me in it. It was about finding meaning for them rather than looking at the meaning that their lives already have.
I'm going back someday. Come what may to Blue Bayou, where the thoughts are fine. For me, it feels like it was less child-centered But I think I tried to give all of you a real freedom to be yourself.
There was a lot of time that we spent on one another that was excessive and that took away from some of the things we might have done as parents. And there was also like we also looked to create interesting substitutes.
Gold white keys under your fingers. Now you're thinking that's no substitute. No, it just don't do it. Like a song.
I think that Mom and I's our spiritualism on balance was a good thing and is a good thing for the three kids. I look at the three grown kids and I look at their spirit. You know, some of that came from the kind of interesting ride.
They're going to aim the hoses on you. You got to show them you won't expire.
Johanna's rainy, we gotta go.
Sometimes I feel magic and certain and connected to the secrets of the universe.
Hi. I know this is upside down. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
But most of the time, I'm scrambling, trying to get back to some kind of feeling of purposefulness and hope. The daily reality of family life, or really any part of life, does not feel elevated. It feels frustrating and triggering and very ordinary.
There's something in my teeth. I just want to be alone and make my own fucking shit and not think about anybody else's fucking opinion or make anybody else like
It makes sense that we want to change or transcend or work for something better. But ultimately, I'm not sure you can be working on the thing and in the thing at the same time. In the middle of making this film, the world shut down. And some things that felt really important didn't feel very important anymore. And I was suddenly very grateful that I made this film because it meant that I got to spend time with my family.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johanna. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all so much. I'm making a wish. I wish that everybody's safe for the remainder of what's happening and that we spend lots of virtual time together. I love you guys a lot. All right, bye. Or wish.